Hello everybody, my name is Robert, this is Bite Size Clue, and this is a brand new series that I'm calling Tech Under 20. Every month I take a look on Amazon and find you the best tech deals for under £20. Seriously, there are some absolute hidden gems on Amazon right now for under that price point. So let's go ahead and jump into the first episode and look at the first product. The first product is this guy. This is actually a mini vacuum cleaner for your desk. And the best part is, he's got little eyes. Look at him. This guy is actually really cool for under 20 quid. It allows you to keep a nice clean desk with the bristles on the bottom. Just powering him on and running him over your desk is going to catch a lot of that dust and debris. There's even a little attachment here too, which is questionable when attached, but does mean it's very useful for cleaning out certain parts and nooks and crannies that you wouldn't normally be able to get to. Seriously, for under 20 quid, I'm pretty impressed. Unfortunately, it does charge via micro USB, which is unfortunate. I'd have liked to have seen USB-C here, but honestly, for the price point, having this little guy around has been a lifesaver for keeping a clean desk and a clean workspace. Next up is this rather unassuming brown bag, but what's inside is perhaps the most exciting gadget of this episode, and that is this. It's a little 6-key macro pad. Seriously, I didn't know macro pads had gotten this cheap. As you can see, the actual pads themselves are just standard keys. Taking the keycap off shows that you can attach other keycaps to this as well, so you can truly customize this device to be its own thing. It works with Mac and Windows and has a ton of usability. You can either download the app or use the web portal. Personally, I would choose to use the web portal here over the app because, well, it's a Chinese product and when downloading it, it does warn you that this may well be spyware. So using the online version works just as well. It allows you to control things like media playback and even implement things like one-time passwords and one-touch websites. I actually found myself using this a lot in my workflow for the podcast channel, Clue and Clueless. If you haven't subscribed and watched it yet, then go do that. Honestly, we're on our 3rd episode now, and we're having so much fun with it. I have each of these keys set to a different scene. As soon as I press it, we get a nice little light up on the actual keypad, and the scene changes. This is exactly what this series is about, finding cool niche pieces of tech that are so useful and have a ton of usability. You can see it's all made of a clear acrylic as well, and there are RGB lights, which again, you can control. So you can have it pulsating different colours, and when you press each key, you can have it change colour. It's really cool, and honestly, one of my favourite pieces of gadgets from this episode. And again, comes in for under 20 quid. It comes in black and white as well, so you can completely customise this to your space. Before we continue on with the third product though, I do just want to say that if this is the first time that you're seeing my face on your screen, then 1, lucky you, and 2, go down there, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so you get notified every time I upload. I plan to do this every single month and also give away a lot of these gadgets to you guys. So if you're interested in getting any of these gadgets, let me know in the comments section down below what product you want and I will ship it to you if you're living in the UK. I'm trying not to ship internationally right now, but if you're in the UK and you're interested in these products, then let me know and you never know, you might get one. Anyway, let's move on to the third product. Number 3 is the Diswo wireless games controller. Honestly, I was surprised that there were games controllers for under £20 and I wasn't expecting it to be any good, but it blew me away how good a quality this little thing is. It's USB-C, can connect to basically any console you can think of, be that the Switch, PC, Mac, iOS, Android, and even Xbox. The key layouts are a bit strange. You can see from the button layouts on the front, we've got A, B, X and Y, but they're in the Nintendo Switch layout. But the colours that they light up are the Xbox layout. When using this on PC, I did have some troubles trying to get it to remap correctly to a standard Xbox 360 controller. If you're used to playing on the Nintendo Switch or you're using this with a Nintendo Switch console, it's really not going to be a problem. All of the keys and even the thumb pads feel excellent here too. Sure, it's a little bit hollow and pretty light. The input latency is pretty low at under 100 milliseconds as well. What I found most interesting was the 2 additional buttons up the top. These are programmable via the mobile app or the PC app and allows you to program any kind of actions that you want. So I've been playing a lot of Batman Arkham Origins recently, so I've actually remapped these to be the jump button and the attack button, meaning that I don't have to take my hands off of the camera controls to be able to do those actions. This is really powerful for first-person shooters and other games as well. My only real gripe with this controller is the battery life. It's not great, running for around 3 or 4 hours on a charge. There are some nice RGB lights here as well, but quite honestly, for under 20 quid, I was so impressed by this controller, and just goes to show that you don't need to break the bank. Sure, there are better controllers out there if you want to spend the money, but for under 20 quid, I don't think you can beat this on price. Product number 4 on the surface really doesn't seem that techie. It's a notebook. But there is something pretty cool about this notebook, and that is it is smart and reusable. Using the included pens, you can write on these like you would any other kind of paper. You'll notice that the paper is actually a little more shiny than a standard style of paper. But that allows it to be erasable in a few ways. You can use the eraser on the back of the pen, you can use water, or you can use heat from something like a hairdryer. But perhaps more powerful is the mobile app that comes alongside it. You can scan these pages and save them digitally, meaning that when you fill up this notebook, you can go ahead and just erase all of the pages and start again. How cool is that? It's a little bit like saving the planet, but you also get to save all of your notes, however important or unimportant they may be. Again, for under 20 quid, I was pretty impressed. They come in a range of sizes. This is the A4 size, and in the front, we've actually got some really nice additional pages, like planners and weekly tasks, tasks for today, tasks for the future, as well as some templates for weekly scheduling. I actually see myself using this quite a lot in my daily life because, well, it's just simple, it's easy, and it means that I don't have a ton of notebooks that are just full of rubbish laying around. And the pens themselves, these are the ones that you actually have to use, unfortunately, with the notebook. You can buy refills online and they're actually pretty cheap, but just bear in mind, if you want to use this notebook, then you have to use this particular style of pen in order to do so. It will take a little while to get used to because there's a lot less friction than there is writing on a standard piece of paper because of its glossy, shiny material. Last up is my favourite product for under £20. When I saw this and when I purchased it, I really wasn't expecting much, if anything at all. But it's actually in this case. Straight away, you get a nice carry case for it. But inside is actually a mini microscope. Seriously, a microscope for under 20 quid, and it actually works surprisingly well. In the box, you get everything you need to get started, including a mini CD for Windows. Honestly, you don't really need this. It should automatically work like a webcam on Mac, Windows, and even Android devices. This unfortunately won't connect directly to iOS devices, so just make sure that you've got an Android or a PC or Mac device to be able to use this with. Once you plug it in though, it's basically ready to go. The stand, though it looks metal, is most definitely plastic and pretty finicky to get working, but once you get it set up, it's actually really powerful. You can see here one of my use cases for it, which is electronics. I dabble in electronics every now and then, and I actually do struggle to see a lot of the smaller components and where I need to solder things because, you know, wobbling eyes. This is where this little microscope comes in. It's so easy to use and incredibly versatile too. It can magnify things up to 200 times. Seriously, that is an insane amount of magnification. And the results are actually good. These look like good images. And you can see from the Android phone here, the kinds of images that you can produce with it. It's so simple of an idea, but actually executes incredibly well, especially for that low price point. So anyway guys, why don't you let me know what you think of these products? Which one is your favourite? Let me know in the comment section down below and I may well ship it out to you. Anyway guys, my name's been Robert, this has been Bite Size Clue and I will catch you in the next one. Adios.